what he wants to do, then our priority will be from my district side. Then the activities of the last month, Rotary, whatever you have done in the club level, we will publish that. And forthcoming events, especially what will be there in the next couple of months, especially district events, and the progressive card of the each of the clubs. Friends, whereas we want to do one of these tools, probably important is to anything comes up, which has to be, communicated to the club level, and the Rotarians will do with that. And this time we are thinking of putting a Achievers Corner. This will be showcasing the achievements by the clubs, 5 on membership, 5 top clubs doing very well in a month membership, and 5 top clubs doing very well in the APL. With regular features, also 6-month progressions, which will be doing from July to December. Every month, whatever the assessment, whatever the gaining, whatever losing in the clubs will get, that will be assessed on the December. Because since our chief guest will be joining right at 7 and she'll be here for around 1 hour, we cannot take much of time. Still, I have to think all PDGs, especially my guru Kitida, who is there to bless me, past district governor Arijita, past district governor Sunil D, past district governor Devasista, and my all Rotarian friends who are there to bless me on this date. I must thank 2 persons specially. One, District Secretary Publication, Pranjal, who has taken single-handedly he has done the marvelous work of getting the district directory in time. Today we are publishing the e-version, and within 20 to 30 days, we promise that all Rotarians, that a district directory copy will be in your hands. Thanks to Pranjal, he has done a wonderful job single-handedly. And other persons, exactly, Rotarian, Pankaj, Dr. Pankaj Sharma, who I have to see. Around 10 days back, on the 1st July, I told Pankaj, let us go with a GML publication made in so on by 10th. He said, Dada, it's all right. And with his hard work and our district secretary of finance, who is a co-editor, Rotarian Praveen Dhandaria, they have done a fantastic work. They have come up with the e-version of GML. Today we are launching both of them with the hands of our chief guest, Rasida Vagatsi, from the Rotary News. Next, friends, I won't take much time because we are only, I have got for 7 minutes, we have around 5 minutes. So friends, grow more and do more, enjoy and enrich Rotary. Good evening. Next, Denny, up to you.
Denny, you are muted.
Unmute.
I would now like to request DS Publication to please give his remarks. Rotarian Pranjal Barua. Pranjal, are you there?
Yeah, he is there.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, Pranjal.
Yes.
Thank you, Denny. Good evening to all participants of today's webinar. Today we are going to inaugurate for our chief guest little glimpses of district directory, which not yet been finalized, completely finalized. The work of compiling the district directory seems easy at the first, but it turned out to be very hard, I must say, especially in this pandemic situation with the constant changing of COVID protocol, SOPs, and limited amount of working time at the press. Initially, we had the idea of publishing this directory with a different design layout, but it didn't happen. Going through the process, it was often on my mind that many of our clubs still operate with a somewhat emissaries attitude towards the final details with identified photographs being sent to the district office in time for publication in the directory. That's, one is simple like sending the mail without captioning anything inside. There is a club, RC Rotary Club of ABC, but in the top, now I have facing, while I am going through the error mission, I am facing lots of problems. When I was given the responsibility of compiling and publishing this year's district directory of Dr. Mohan, little I was able to imagine of how tough and challenging this task and would become in the pandemic situation. Efforts were made to update all information about our individual clubs roster, even with the lapses in the receiving of rosters from clubs. In spite of all efforts made to publish a complete directory, I would not hesitate to accept my loopholes and my unintentional mistakes, if any, in compiling and publishing the directory. To avoid any mistakes in the directory, the members must note their wrongly printed data and send a document in due time with the necessary correction for the next year's publication. That is Dr. Pabi's time. Once again, I express my gratitude to Dr. Mohan, District Secretary members, AZs of RI District 3240 for their support, all the advertisers and all the clubs for sponsoring the pages, help in bringing out the district directory for Rotary year 2021 and 22. All corrections are in progress with adding of advertisement to the full version. Completed version will be uploaded into the system within a very short period. Thank you. This is from my side. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Denny. Thank you, Dr. DG.
Denny, before anything,
Yes.
let me welcome our chief
Yes.
guest
Yes.
of today's evening, Madam Rasida Bhagat here. Can you focus on her? Madam Rasida, good evening, Madam. Welcome to 3240, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My laptop is playing tricks on me. So if it suddenly switches off, I will join on from my phone.
Okay. Rashida ji, namaskar. Subhash Sahu.
Namaskar. Namaskar, sir. How are you?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
Ji.
Since our chief guest is here, we will move on with the program. So right now, I would like to request our editor GML, Dr. Pankaj Sharma, to please give his remarks and also to give a short introduction of our chief guest. After that, we'll move on to the launching of the GML. Pankaj, are you there?
Yes, Danny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rotarian Danny. Respected District Governor, Rotary Dr. Mohan Shyam Kumar, Chief Guest of this virtual meeting, Rashida Bhagat Madam, past District Governors and officials of RI District 3240 present, my fellow Rotarians and guests. I, on behalf of Team GML, am happy to bring out the first issue of Somarjuti, which is the name given by our beloved District Governor. Here, I would like to state that this issue is a preparatory one, and the July issue of Somarjuti would be coming up in the first week of August. This is an opportunity for us to serve you all. I would like to take this opportunity to request all the clubs to send projects through rotaryindia.org and to update their data as and when the activity is completed without waiting for the end of the month and avoid last-minute mess-up. My standing request is to forward pictures having sufficient megapixel and printable. Clubs are requested to display their banners in the background and also make sure that the guests of the event are covered in the set pictures while mentioning the names of the guests shown in the picture in its narration. Now, these may appear to be small things, but it makes a lot of difference when you showcase your programs. I thank District Governor Lieutenant Dr. M.S. Kumar for entrusting me with the responsibility of editing the GML, and I will try my level best to live up to the expectations. With the humble request to all to please cooperate, I wish you all to stay healthy, stay safe, and enjoy Rotary. Thank you. Now it's a matter of honor and privilege for me to speak a few lines about a personality who needs no introduction, Rashida Bhagat Madam. She was the first woman reporter in an English daily in South India, joining Indian Express in 1978. She is presently the editor, Rotary News, and under her leadership, Rotary News has undergone a great transformation for the better and makes for a very enjoyable reading. Rashida Bhagat has 36 years experience in daily journalism, covering politics, agriculture and rural economy, healthcare, human and gender rights, etc. She has traveled to Pakistan, Kashmir and Sri Lanka extensively and reported on the conflict-affected areas. She has also traveled to Iraq and Afghanistan to report on the devastation caused by conflict and war on these societies. She was invited several times to the United States, European countries, Africa, West Asia, and Southeast Asia by governments, World Bank, universities, etc. A campaign done by her in November 1994 resulted in the arrest of fake godman Swami Premananda from his ashram in Tiruchi. Her investigative stories resulted in the Tamil Nadu Assembly passing a legislation banning cutting of rosewood trees. These, ladies and gentlemen, are a few from among a long list of accomplishments of our chief guest, Rashida Bhagat, Madam. I welcome you, ma'am. It's an honor to have you with us. Thank you. Over to you, Rotary and Danny.
Yeah, I would like to request Rudra, our District Secretary, Public Image and Branding, to please help our chief guest to launch the GML. Rudra will be sharing the screen. Ma'am, we'll be launching it as a flip book. So yeah, I hope you appreciate, you like the layout and everything.
Okay.
Yes, so welcome,
Yes,
ma'am. So I'm going to click the link because on your behalf. So you will guide me and I will flip to the pages.
Okay. Please do that. What does the title mean? Somar Jyoti.
Pankaj, could you please explain what the title means?
I'll hand it over this to the district governor.
Yeah, Mohanda. Where's the governor?
Yes. May I request our chief guest?
No, Mohanda, could you please explain what is the title means, Somar Jyoti?
Yes. Before that, Somar Jyoti means this part of Assam, especially northeast, is called previously known as Somar. The Assam, upper Assam is known as Somar because where is the part where the sun rises in Assam.
Okay.
So we say it's a Homer. It was we in Assamese we say Homer.
Okay.
It's a Homer. So he say Homer.
And
So
Jyoti is light.
what is the, I mean, light will grow from these places. That's why I say Homer Jyoti or Somer Jyoti, whatever you pronounce. This is the one, this is the Homer Jyoti. I really feel proud. May I request our chief guest to launch formally, I mean, our GML today. And with also district directory, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Rudra, please click the link.
Yeah, I'm just flipping to the pages.
Yeah. We can't see it, Rudra. We can see only the.
Yeah, we can. You have to flip.
Can you see it? Can you see
No,
the screen?
we can see only this flyer, the GML launch flyer. We can't see the flipbook.
Magazine. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not getting the first page, right?
No. You're not seeing anything. We are seeing the GML launch flyer only.
Okay, just hold on. Then I have to maybe directly go to the link, maybe.
Yes. Later.
Rotarian Arun Tibrabal, it's audible. There might be some problem at your end. So please correct the network issue.
Pardon me, Arindam, did you say something?
No, I told Rotarian Arun Tibrabal.
Okay.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's there.
We can see.
Can you make it full screen?
Can you make it full screen, Rudra? Like, click on the full screen button.
Right.
Decrease it a little bit. This, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Could you please decrease the magnification? Yeah, it's good now.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Can I move to the last page?
Yes, you can go to the next page.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can move to the district directory now, the E version of the district directory. Ma'am, because it is July, the first month, so the GML this month is a little bit lean.
Yes.
So here it is. Directory.
So we are not going to go through all the 560 pages, just a couple of pages will be sufficient.
Hope not.
Okay, I'm just flipping to some of them.
Yeah, just the first few pages.
Okay.
I think we can stop like Rudra. Yes.
Yeah.
So we would now like to request our chief guest to please say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. No, I have been saying no to so many Zoom invitations because, you know, there are too many requests and I just can't do it. But 3240, I don't know why. Northeast is very special to me. For one, I think the magazine is read there. More Rotarians read there. Generally, the reading habit is more in your region than in many other parts of India. I don't have to tell you that. So now, coming to your GML and coming to Rotary News, thank you so much for the generous introduction. And thanks for saying that, the magazine has undergone a transformation. We are constantly trying in Rotary News to raise the bar. Of course, the last 2 years have been difficult because of the pandemic. But even if I say so, I need to thank the editorial team because we haven't missed a single issue in the last 18 months. We managed to come out with the magazine in time. First couple of months, maybe the postal delays were there, huge postal delays. Even now, are you all getting your magazine in time? Copies in
Ma'am, we'll come to that during the interactive session because there
Okay,
are a lot of, yeah.
fine. Now, when you talk about a GML or Rotary News magazine or anything, we are talking about engaging the attention of your readers. Why are you bringing out a GML? The intention is to share information. Now, the packaging of that information is very, very necessary. What little I saw of the GML, I like because the colors are muted, the colors are few. Sometimes I see the GMLs full of technicolors. It is absolutely, the riot of colors disturbing to the eye. Because when you see something which is visual, when you see something in print, there's something called the navigation. The eye navigates. If it is too colored, cluttered, with too many distracting elements, if it has got too many colors, then the reader gets distracted. There should be one main picture which the eye will first take in, and then the writing. Also, and this is meant for the editor and those who contribute to the GML, also, when you're looking for articles to publish, tell the club presidents and your clubs, whoever is writing, to make the article human interest. If you pack an article with just data, we spend so many rupees, 50 lakhs on this project, so many people, this, that, nobody will read it. Instead of that, you begin the story with one little village, one family, a
So
woman's
connection.
yeah, she was just going, she was struggling to get water, or a girl child was struggling, at puberty to go to school because there were no separate toilets for girls and boys. And then the club moved in, what Rotary did, how the if it's a water conservation project, say, how begin by saying how the local villagers were suffering because they were depending on rainfall for irrigation, and how Rotarians moved in to help. So the story should be more about the project, the beneficiaries with the human face, pictures of the beneficiaries. Of course, the Rotarians should come in. You're putting in your money, you're putting in your hard work, but please don't project yourselves first. Same thing follow when you want your project to be featured in Rotary News. Make it a story about the beneficiaries. Give that story a human interest, and pictures. Even if you share pictures with your GMA, please do not send WhatsApp pictures. The problem, technology has so many faces. Problem of technology is now everybody you take, cameras are good. The phone cameras click good picture, but the pictures have to be sent from your camera to the email, not from the camera to WhatsApp and then from WhatsApp to another WhatsApp. The moment you share, you put your picture on WhatsApp, the size reduces, the quality reduces, the resolution reduces of the. And when it ends up with either the GML editor or the Rotary News editor, the picture resolution is bad. And sometimes we get good pictures, but we are not able to use them big because the quality becomes not the fault of the guy who took the picture, but the because of the translation. So be careful when you share your pictures. Share them directly. It's okay. You don't need professional cameras now. Every phone, mobile phone has a good camera. From the camera, you take the picture, send it directly from the camera, go to your photos gallery and send it directly. A picture is worth 1,000 words. I may write and write and write. People may not read it. Sometimes people ask me, why do you carry so many big pictures in Rotary News? I say, when a story is 1,000 words, 1,500, 2,000 words, if I only put gray material, and this goes to the GML editor also. Don't please pack your pages with gray. Give it visual relief. If you don't have good pictures, pull out quotes. Because sometimes people don't have, people read on the run. They don't have time to read the whole story. Pick out the crux of the story, two quotes, one on top, one at the bottom. At least if somebody reads those two, he gets, the gist of the story. He or she may, not have time to read the thing. So display is important. That is presentation. Content. Content has to be meaningful, relevant. Of course, we all have to praise our Rotary leaders. We have to praise the governors. We have to praise the presidents, club presidents, whatever. But please do not overdo it. And I'm sure the DG understands. The GML should not be only about the DG, his spouse or his family, or a club newsletter should not be only about the president and his wife. It should be as inclusive as possible. It should. Rotary's latest motto is DEI. That is, Shekhar called me for something today. He said, DEI. And I said, what is DEI? And he started laughing. He said, entire America is talking about DEI. I said, Shekhar, suddenly out of the blue, you're speaking. This is diversity, equity, and inclusion. So please try to bring that gender element. I am sure Rotary is working towards the empowerment of women, betterment of women, improving women's livelihoods, giving more, power to women. Highlight that. You people are slowly but surely changing the face of India. That has to be captured. And how will India change? When we change the gender equity in the country. So that should be a very, very important part. I try to make it an important part in Rotary News, and so should you in your GML. That is very important. And when you edit a copy, even when you call for articles, tell people you're not looking to, discover their English language capability. They should not pack the article with words which will send the reader running to the dictionary. No. The secret of good writing is simplicity. Language has to be simple. Trust me, it is much more difficult. I mean, I don't have 36 years, but I have much more. I have 42 odd years. I have been in mainstream media, 18 years in Indian Express, 18 years with the Hindu group, and 7 years with Rotary News. That makes me really ancient, but difficult to write simple English. It is very easy to be bombastic. I knew an editor once who used to say at least 2 words should be there that people should go looking for the dictionary. I totally disagree with that. And when you write a story, I have been ticked off by editors in my journalistic career. Your problem is you get emotionally involved with your stories. Today, with all the experience at my command, I tell, please do get involved with your story. Unless you start, write the story from your heart, it won't have. Now, every story can't be, some stories are ordinary stories, we share facts and all. But one major story in your GML, which you must choose to highlight, that story should be something which will appeal more to the heart than the mind. Something, with a good picture. Sometimes a story may not be good, but if the picture is a candid picture, good picture, choose it as your cover story, as your main story, and people will read it. That makes an article readable is the human element. Long ago, I was one of the journalists in India, one of the first journalists in India to write about HIV. And 6 women in Tamil Nadu had got HIV in 1996. And we had to report. We could not give names because the identity was very, very, we could not reveal. We had to guard, the identity of the person because it was such a huge, blot on somebody getting HIV. But, even then, to give it a human interest, you can tell the story without giving a name and a face by describing the situation of the person, the condition in which so many women got HIV, not because they had indulgent promiscuous behavior, but because their husbands had, and children were born. So the human interest element is always when we got feedback for my articles in the either the Express or Hindu Business Line where I worked, people always commented that she writes about people and we can engage with the stories because she tells her stories from the heart. That is a very, very important element in anything. Now, I would like to, invite questions and interactions because I can go on talking, but I would like to halt at this time and answer your questions if you have any.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request anyone who has a question, you can unmute yourself and please ask. I think a lot of them has a problem with receiving the
Yes.
Rotary News. So I think you can address it. Yeah.
Yes, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, the pandemic and Northeast has always been a challenge area because the postal services are not as efficient as in South India. I get, complaints even from a city like Delhi and Pune, they don't receive. Whereas the South, the complaints are hardly there. When you don't receive your copy of the magazine, please bring it to Anup. First thing you check is, have you given your address correctly with the correct PIN code? See, what happens is so many times Rotarians change their homes, but we are not told. In our database, the complete address is not given. Make sure your club has given your address to Rotary News with the correct PIN code, correct address. That is one thing. Despite all that, also, if you don't get, what we have done is that many clubs have come forward to say that we are not getting the magazine. If you agree, I will undertake the responsibility of sending the magazine, say in about 15 or 20 copies in bulk by registered post at our expense. Are you willing to undertake the responsibility, even 10 copies? And then, that person has to bring it to the weekly meeting. I know during the pandemic, this is not possible. Now, one thing I have done is during the pandemic, everybody gets a complimentary copy of the e-version. Are you getting that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So at least you get that, before you get the print copy. But if you're not receiving your print copy, you have to tell us. You have to tell us. Also check with your local post office. Because, Rotary News, the postage we pay is 70 paisa. Because it's 35 rupees, and we get subsidized posting from the government of India. So when we get posted for 70 paisa, you can understand the kind of priority our district gets. Sometimes the bundles lie at railway stations. So please, or in post offices, please check with your local post office and make sure that you get, that when that magazine comes, it should be given to you. There are clubs in India. There was one club in Jalna, which the president was so passionate about it. He said, send it to me in a packet. And then, we used to send it. He used to employ a local guy to go and distribute the magazine to Rotarians' homes. I don't expect every president to do this, but, I mean, if you really want the magazine, see, why do we bring out a magazine or why do I write? A writer wants to be read. If that magazine is being thrown somewhere, it is really very sad for me. So those are some of the simple solutions. Check with your local post office, check that your address PIN code, because the magazines are sorted according to PIN code. That, that can be a solution.
Rashida ji, this is PDG Arijit Ando.
Yes, Arjit ji.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm very happy that you have printed my toilet project in the Rotary News, because you insisted me that 340 is not giving any news in the Rotary News. And it was in the year before last.
Okay.
Now, I want to know from you, how often my district will get place in your Rotary News with a good story about the activities of my district?
Your district can be there every month, provided you send me a good story. If you just send me, boring stories of just, so many cycles were given or so much of blood donation was given, pick up stories. And, every other story doesn't need to be shared with Rotary News. If somebody you must appoint somebody in the district who can sort out, of course, there are inter-club rivalries. Many governors have tried to say, oh, I've been with Rotary News for 7 years, and many governors have said that we will send you. I said, no, I can't do that, because the governor will always, all governors are human beings. I am human. I have my prejudices. So they may be favorites and all that. If the clubs or the district sends me a good, sometimes 5-6 projects of your district, put them together. Give me good pictures. I guarantee you that story will be done. If it is not published, please come. Feel free to call me. My number is available on the website.
Yeah. Thank you
My
very much.
email is there. But no WhatsApp, please. I cannot track so many WhatsApp messages. Mails I check regularly. Email works for me. So,
Thank you very
and
much.
forget printing your district. From the time I joined Kalyanda,
I know that.
I've been wanting to come to the Northeast. I will
know.
set aside at least 5 to 7 days. I want to travel in that area and write out, but somehow it has just not happened.
Because my district has got so many humanitarian projects, good humanitarian project benefiting so many people
Yeah.
in a many way.
Yeah.
So I know that you told me once that combine many projects together and
Yes.
tell somebody to write and give it to
When
it is
Chandra
exactly
Agarwal was
what
the-
I have done in case of my 7 toilet project in
Yes.
7
Yeah,
northeastern
you
states.
can do that, if projects are clubbed together and written in a nice, engaging style, or you write and give me your telephone number or telephone number of the club president. I will call him because I am trained to ask questions and get information. So we don't mind doing that. You're not writers, we are the writers. So, but give us the shell, interesting shell with a village woman's name, her picture, how she benefited, or a farmer whose field was absolutely barren and not able to, because of your water project or whatever, how he managed to improve his livelihood. Those are the stories we need to tell.
Thank you very much. I am sure our clubs will be motivated with these few words.
I hope so.
Thank you.
I think
Good evening,
Kalpana,
Rashida ji. Yes.
Hi. I'm not
Hi, hi. Very good to see you. Good evening. And thank you for those nice words about our district. And welcome. You have always expressed a desire to be here. So welcome when in happier times.
Sure. Right now, I'm traveling everywhere. In fact, I just turned down an invitation from Pankaj Shah Pune. He said, I will pay for everything. I said, we are right now not traveling. He said, Shaker is coming. I said, sorry. Even for the International Assembly Delhi, I went. My club, my teammates said, no, they will not travel. Everybody's scared.
No, it's always better to be safe.
How many? Vishwanath lost his mother. Our finance executive lost her father in COVID. He was only 40. Her husband, he was 48. She has one teenage son. Now she'll be a single parent. So much of tragedy in Rotary News, the staff, people are just refusing to travel.
Families have broken up. Yes, and besides the diversity, equity, for this year, with a new focus coming in, the importance being given on empowering girls.
Yes.
I would, love you to, devote importance on that, on empowering girls for, starting from this year, of course, because this is, this a lot of emphasis is going to be put. It has already started. The process has started. And I think from our district too, we would like to share some stories, about the work in this field. Yes.
Please do. That will be really, really welcome. And I must say, Northeast is one region where women are already empowered compared to, a Rajasthan or a Madhya Pradesh or an Uttar Pradesh. So I would love to get stories of empowerment of girls.
Yeah. Anyway, you have been covering, but we need to tell our stories. We got to communicate. We need to tell our stories.
Yes.
And also, because Northeast India, for that matter, Eastern India, less is known about it. So sometimes there is wrong information also. Somebody sends a story. Yeah. So I had followed on that. And, I said that before publication, like, for instance, there was an item, a news item, an article on there being no presence ever of any Rotary club in Arunachal Pradesh, which was not true,
Oh my God.
Yes,
Really?
because we did have club. We did have a club in Itanagar. It closed down.
That was touted as he was the first person, and they should not give misinformation like this. Yes.
So whatever it was, I pointed that out, and because it's quite natural, because I think the stories have to be told by us. unless we, go out, unless we connect and tell our stories, people wouldn't know much about us. And this is one part of the country, where, which very few people know about the correct facts.
Absolutely.
So it's for us to, set it right. And I did it. I did call up your office and I, passed on the correct information.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your presence. Yeah.
Yes.
Madam, there is always a fancies because in Northeast, we are always on the backside. Probably we are not getting proper representation. Probably this time with a human story, dealing and empowering girls and putting out a foothold. Rotaract has done in Arunachal this time. We are trying very hard to come up with one or two clubs there. We'll definitely do something out here. And this is my word is there, madam. I'll definitely look for your cooperation and definitely I will do whatever you say. Human touch should be there in any way. That's what.
Do you know we are coming out with Rotaract news also?
Yeah, I have got one.
The Rotaractors to share their, project stories.
Yeah,
I see
I have got.
PD Chaudhary sir. He wants to ask a question. You will have to unmute yourself. Can't hear you.
He's unmuted.
No, I can't hear.
Yeah, he suddenly got muted again. Unmute.
Danny, can I ask question? Danny?
Yeah, you can. Just
Hello?
go on.
Yes,
go on.
I can hear you now. Yes, please.
Hello?
Do.
Yeah, go on.
Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Thank you, madam, for giving a nice inaugural talk today. And because our RI president has also given a clarion call to increase the members.
Yes.
Why don't you not publish a special issue? The members who have joined across all India, publish a photo straight away. No news, nothing. So that all the new members will be encouraged like anything to join Rotary.
Okay.
We have seen a lot of leaders photo every day. So why don't you not publish the photos of the new members who have joined in the month of July across India?
Chaudhary Saab, I have one magazine a month. If I am to publish that, where will the articles people?
Yeah, and that's what I know. If for July, you simply publish the photographs of the newly joined Rotarians. That's all.
Noted. Your suggestion noted.
Madam, so one suggestion. I'm Rajiv from Guwahati, Louis.
Yes.
As you said that your magazine is well read in Northeast, yes. 3240. Yeah. As your directly covers all of India, can we have a news about Northeast tourism culture? Not Rotary, but about the culture and the tourism potential of Northeast, so that you can
boost to Northeast. I would love it. Please send me, and I would love it if you get me. Love it even more if you get me an advertisement. Tourism operators, if we can get, because Rotary News, tourism ads, Rotarians are avid travelers. Now, if you can write a good article for me on a kind of a holiday that other Indians can take in the Northeast, choose a destination, write about it, send me beautiful pictures. I mean, natural beauty in your part of the country is abundant. Send me good. Yes, please. I will promise you minimum 4 pages.
Okay.
Love
Thank you.
Some stories.
Actually, ma'am, we'll take that up.
Sure. Please.
There's quite a couple of hardcore trekkers and everyone who is in Rotary and Rotaract. I think we can surely get them to do something like that. Yes, that would be very good.
Most welcome. Good idea.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah, I think that addresses most of the concerns.
Yeah. But DG, during your year, once travel opens up, I would love to visit, please, if you can organize. I mean, we will pay for everything, but if you can just organize the thing, don't pack it with too many projects, because it's not like an RI director or somebody visiting one project to another. I need to spend time. I need to come see a project, talk to local people, absorb it, put it in my mind. I can't go from I can't see 7 projects in one day, because nothing registers. I need to see, listen, talk, and absorb. So I would love to visit, and we can even, I can devote half an issue of Rotary News to Northeast. One.
Thank you, thank you,
No, I
thank you.
can do that because it is.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
It is
I'll
not.
definitely do
Those
that.
stories are not. Forget Rotary News. Northeast is not even covered adequately in the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. I am Salah Ahmed Choudhury from Rotary Club Guwahati.
Good evening.
So thank you very much for joining this program, and also congratulations to our DG for launching this very beautiful idea and beautiful magazine. I have a request to you. Can you have one page for Northeast of the District 3240 in Rotary News, where we can send any message related to our 3240? And
the problem is, if I do that, every district will want one page, and then it becomes like a directory. Japanese magazine, so many magazines do it. They're so boring, I can't tell you. Instead of that one page, I can give you 4 pages. Give me good stories. Give me human interest stories of your projects.
Thank you, ma'am. Another personal question: how you landed Rotary News?
That's a very interesting story. I was in the Hindu business line. I had reached retirement age. I was not being allowed to leave the Hindu. They were not letting me go. I was on my 3rd extension, and I got headhunted at my ripe old age. So I got this headhunter's call saying that Rotary News is looking for an editor. And I said, Rotary News, what is it? I mean, I went online and saw the magazine. My heart sank. I said, am I going to leave the Hindu for a... I mean, sorry to say it, it was a rag. Nothing better than that. And I said, why would I leave the Hindu, to join something like this? Then I consulted somebody who is from Odisha. I will share his name with you. Shubhrata Bakchi, a founder of Mindtree, and he's now in advising the Odisha government. He's got a cabinet rank in the Naveen Patnaik's thing. He charges 1 rupee, and he's involved in skilling of Odisha youth. So I called Shubhrata and I said, I got this. And he said, don't go by the India magazine. You go and look at their Rotary International magazine. So I went online and saw the Rotarian. And I said, now that is some quality. And I must strive to make the magazine. Like, why not? It's a challenge. So I said, okay, I will go. And they let me go on the condition I continue to write 1 column for Business Line, which I do now. The editor wanted me to write a weekly column. I don't find the time. So I do a fortnightly column. I told the board when they interviewed, they said, yeah, we have no problem. You can write your column. So that's how I joined Rotary News.
It's a very interesting story. Thank you, ma'am, for this information sharing. Okay, bye.
Anyone else? Anyone else here? Subhash. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Subhash.
Thank you, Rashiraman. Namaskar. Thank you so much.
Namaskar.
It's not a question from my end, rather it's a gratitude from my end. First of all, welcome you once again back, just after a year, once again. Last year, 15 July, you came here on virtually. So welcome back. Yeah. And I want to express my thanks and gratitude to you and entire team, because last year, though the pandemic was there, we could not do much, but still for 3240, couple of stories were covered in Rotary News. In fact, the last story we had in this July issue, Jaipur Foot, done by one of our Guwahati Metro Club. And the next issue is also coming up. Perhaps you are aware that I discussed with you one street light for the elephant elephant attack protection project that the Dig Boy Club has done. Kiran is working on that.
Kiran is working.
Yes, Kiran has already. Kiran is working on that.
Great.
So I just wanted to convey my thanks and gratitude that last year we got some focus, some highlights in Rotary News in form of stories, I mean to say, where we touched the people live.
Like what you said, Kiran is working on about these are little different. People will read these stories. Thank you.
Right. So that's why I just wanted to share my thanks and gratitude for 2021 for the coverage of 3240. Thank you, ma'am.
Continue in 21-22. Thank you, Subhashit. Dr. Saab, if you have, do I have your permission to leave?
Yeah.
No more questions?
Yeah, madam. So nice you had exactly. Introduction was very good. I really appreciate your that love for the Northeast. And you promise that you'll be coming to any good project. I promise to deliver you one project, and even in Assam or Arunachal, you'll be definitely I'll have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for
Thank you
spending
so much. All the
Thank
best to you. All the best to the GML editor, Pankaj ji, for please. I'm sure it'll be good issues that you'll bring out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I would now like to request DG's permission to move on to the next part of the program.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Danny, next edition.
Yeah. So we are now going to the part of the program where the district interact representative will be officially launching their yearly theme. Just before we go into that, I would just give a very short introduction of the DIR for this year. So Samir, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Yeah, he's there. Samir, can we just focus, spotlight you for the time being?
Sure, sir.
Can you put on the video? Yeah, he's there. So Samir Basnet, his name is Samir Basnet. He's from Gangtok, and he is right now studying at Tasi Namgyal Senior Secondary School. He's a class 12 science student, and he's from Interact Club of Tasi Namgyal Senior Secondary School, and the sponsoring club is Rotary Club of Bangkok South. He is a sports person. He sings sometimes, and he says work is more important than talk. So all the best, Samir. Yeah. So I would request the district governor to say a few words of motivation for the interactors, and then we'll go on to the launch of the team.
It's very good to know Samir is being the district interact. Really, it's a interact moment. When we, as a pediatrician, I'm a pediatrician, bachon ka doctor. When I am with the kids, I always like young adults. I feel young. And though I am in practice for the last, around 40 years, I'm already around 68 years old. Still, I love the young. When I'm with young, I feel young. Samir, this is the year we are getting. You have got what to learn from this year, what to do with you. This is the time probably you have to have you develop leadership, or you are already leader and interact. We like to see you there in the Rotary. We like to see you there in the Rotary also. You develop your skills and personal integrity. That has to be there. Personal integrity should be there. You have to demonstrate your helpfulness to the needy and downtrodden who are there to need. Somebody needs your help. Somebody, a blind man, he wants to cross a road. Any that sort of thing. Let us do something that will give him some amount of, support to them. Anybody. I have seen in my life it was there in probably 80s, 82s. Of the middle of the night, I had to travel to a remote place where I have seen a test house. After crossing a muddy street, then there was a person was wrongly killed by, army. Misrecognized as a outlaws. Then I went there when on the instance of the district, administration, I went there. I have seen how they are doing exactly their test houses. You can see the sky from the air. That when the kids, they came out from the, say, test house, we say test time in bed, only test, nothing. And when they came out with a small lamp, it's really helped me. There are so many things we can do. Basnet, let us do something where we can do to the needy, and exactly we got to find out. And this is the time probably we can develop, you can develop the whole interact, your attitude, that empathetic attitude to the downtrodden and busy. My best wishes are you for next year, and let us walk together. Let us see that Rotary grows, your Interact movement grows, and Rotaract also grows. All the partners or programs in the Rotary grow. With these words, I really thank you and congratulate you to become the DIR. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Samir, you can screen share your theme and just say a few words about it.
So can I request? I have
Samir, we're not getting your audio.
Hello, am I audible now?
We're not getting your audio.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
So am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. My network is going again and again. So can I request Tuti for not Tuti, Anushka for this screen share? Hello, Anushka.
Hello.
Will you please?
Yes, you'll be sharing the screen.
Anushka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anusha, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anushka. Yeah. Okay.
Beauty isn't about having pretty face. It's all about having a pretty mind, a pretty heart, and a pretty soul. Greetings to everyone present out. I am GIR Elect, interactor, Sri of RID 3240, speaking in front of you all, give some remark on District Interact logo. In the district logo, you all can see the rising hands of different colors, which means that no matter where you leader, find your name, find your identity, find your voice. We want to be connected and should treat everybody equally. There, nothing is important, but the work, dedication, discipline, respect, devotion is must. And your helping hand should be great, not the color, as we all are saying. And talking about the tagline, as we all dream, imaginations, and all. But the gentleman is one who come one step forward and try to make that dream come true. No one can hit their target with their eyes closed. Me, myself, and my team, being an interactor, we must come forward of our imaginations and try to make it come true. Prove it that you and we together can do it. And yes, we will do it. We won't only dream, but we'll move forward and work for the welfare of the society and the people like us. This is all about the District Interact logo 3240 for the year 2021-22. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I personally like to thank our DIS Anushka for this beautiful tagline and interactor Padmakshi for this beautiful design. And with this, I would like to conclude and thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Samir. The interactor Padmakshi is actually my daughter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we would now like to move on to the last part of the program, that is the vote of thanks. I request our District Secretary, OCB Saurabh, to please give the vote of thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, Saurabh. Saurabh, yes. Can you put on your video?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I would like to take the opportunity to, first of all, to thank Rashida ji for giving us such valuable time and words. I hope the things that she has spoken will not only enrich our district publication team, but will also help the club leaders so that even the things which she told can be published in the club bulletins. At the same time, I would like to thank our respected district governor, Kumarda, and the entire district team for hosting such an event. GML is a very important part of the district. It plays a very important part as it reflects all the good works done by the clubs in the entire district. And I have full belief that this year the district publication team will have a tough time to choose what to publish, because as in Rotary, the Rotarians never stop and work at their best. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh. We would like to now put the meeting open for fellowship. All of you can exchange pleasantries now.
I have seen Pratul. How are you, Pratul? President Dibrugarh. How do you feel now?
Yeah, Devashish.
He has joined from Bombay. How are you, Pratul? How are you?
He's supposed to come back or reach on 15th.
Yes. Anyway, so I came back to Dibrugarh yesterday.
Okay, that's good.
So, yeah, I am speaking from I am from now Dibrugarh. So I'm quite well now. So no problem at all. So that phase is over now.
So you are a COVID victor now.
Yeah.
You have won COVID.
That phase is over. I'm quite okay now.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nice to
so
see
now
you.
I can contribute.
Yeah, thank you. Thomas.
Dr. Kumar, Danny, everyone, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pankaj and the whole publication team. It's a very well organized meeting, and the publications both are very nice.
Very well organized.
আমি বাইদেউ চেষ্টা কৰিছো যে আমি আগষ্টৰ আৰ্লি পাৰ্টতে আমি সবৰে হাততে যা দিব পাৰো আজি আমি কথা পাতি লৈছো it is a team effort especially one man show. Pranjal has done wonderfully work and he has single-handedly done it.
And it's a very thankless job also. It's a very thankless job also.
It is.
Hi, Subida.
I must say, DG Kumar, whatever Pranjal did, whatever he has given his field experience of printing this directory, our future leaders should take those things into account and utilize this digital system, how this can be simplified. The state where the club will upload their directory information of the Rotarians, including their Rotarians phone number, address, everything, and it should be uploaded in one portal from where the district directory will simply print it. No editoring system at the end of printing end is required. No publication chairman, district directory chairman, should not take the responsibility of any mistake of printing. Once they digitally upload their club's information about the Rotarians phone number, email ID, address, spouse's name, birthday, everything, if they upload it by themselves, the club, and it goes straight for the printing, the chairman will be more relieved of the responsibility.
Definitely, there are criteria. I mean, Orijita, this is a good suggestion. But if you
I
see,
think now we have done already. I mean to say our future leader to think of that.
Yeah, we definitely we got to
Because the idea of that we have gone for this MOU uploading by the DRFC, DG and DG. See how automatically we have done, and it has been gone for printing. Whether we have done mistake or it is our mistake. Rotary Foundation will not well responsible for any mistake we have done.
Yeah, definitely.
এতিয়া মই ভাবিছো এই যে পানীৰ স্কলাৰশ্বিপটো পালে এতিয়া এই ল'ৰাজন ছেপ্টেম্বৰত যাব, so it is time to write something on that. আমাৰ ডিস্ট্ৰিক্টৰ এটা
There are many Kalpana, I am telling that Dibrugarh this by COVID project, whatever you done last time, and this time also many projects will be coming which will be benefiting the humanity. So those things, combining those things, we can make a story where to the remote part of this country, how we have benefited, Rotary has benefited the people. So that can be, yes, this boy has gone, he's an excellent boy, bright boy.
Going in September.
Yes.
Prabhati, good evening.
DRFC is there. DRFC, former DRFC.
Governor Sahab. Governor Dr. Kumar.
I mean, দুজন বহুত enthusiastic আসলে. We were the only ones yesterday. It is funny.
Governor Sahab, আমার photo ওলাইছে না directly?
না, ওলা। গোটেইখিনি মই প্ৰাঞ্জলক দি দিছো, দায়িত্বটো প্ৰাঞ্জলে কি কৰি আছে জানে
প্ৰাঞ্জল ইয়াত আছে নাই, মই অলপ সোমাওঁতে দেৰি হ'ল আজি। প্ৰাঞ্জল ক'ত আছা নে ইয়াত?
বাইদেউ কাইলৈ ৰাতিপুৱা বম্বে যাম।
Congratulations.
Take care. I was suffering in Mumbai.
RT-PCR, I have done the RT-PCR by Nazira Salum Sukafa Hospital, multi-specialty. My wife went to collect the report, but in the report, the doctor has not signed. He was still in the hospital. Hopeless. Din bhor lagil asli phone kori ase. The sample it took from 9 to. I have given my sample at 11:28, where I reached the hospital at 9 o'clock.
Mess. Total mess.
কালি ৰাতিপুৱা
2 ঘণ্টা ৰৈ থকাটো ডাঙৰ কথা এইটো সিচুৱেচনত।
তাকেতো লৰাটোৱে কৈছে
বৰুৱা বম্বেত কি আপোনাৰ RT হেৰি আৰু ভ্যাকচিনৰ যে ৰিপৰ্টটো লৈ গলে নহয় নি, ভ্যাকচিনৰ যে you have taken 2 doses of COVID
No, actually what happened, I have taken vaccine report RT-PCR.
No, vaccine report
mandatory. RT-PCR is mandatory report, and vaccine report I have, but even I have vaccine, but I was affected by COVID. So once it affected by COVID, so they all the Bombay, this BMC, they came and they rectified and they have they fix up the program that you cannot go out for 14 days from the house. BMC is handling everything in there. So personally, I got a very good doctor, Mr. Amit Pal Singh, and he has come to my house without mask. He has treated us without mask. He never used mask. Only outside he used mask. He's a fantastic doctor. So I will invite once to him and Parcel. So it's a very 14 days continuously. Every day is coming and it is, and we are fit now. So no, but he did the post-COVID is much more dangerous. Post-COVID, actually, what happened? People are affected kidney, affected liver, affected lung. So you have to take care for post-COVID. So what happens? So for that, he has given a 3 months course of medicine. So I am continuing. So after taking after 2 years, this COVID effect is also there. So after if we do the 3 months course, then this will never come. So he has treated 10,000 COVID patients in Mumbai.
Okay, that's good.
So everybody is okay now. Anyway, so thank God. Yeah.
সুবিধা তোমার দেখছি কই সুবিধা চুপচাপ আছে আজকে
ওটা
বলো সুবিধা
Yes, I am here. RT-PCR report to এতিয়া message আইছে Kolkata airport that West Bengal government asking for 72 hours, 72 hours validity.
Yes.
Maharashtra government waiting for 48 hours RT-PCR report.
Exactly.
The main thing is both the state government run by the other party than the central. That is the one more thing. So the COVID vaccine কোনো মতলব নাই ইয়াত.
Nine. Only RT-PCR.
Only RT-PCR.
Only RT-PCR. Vaccine only that for your own health. Yeah. So you are effectively less.
Dada, upon to go if you do not get the RT-PCR report, you are denied at the boarding station.
Yeah. If you do not
arrival to secondary part, you are denied at Dibrugarh itself tomorrow.
No, Dibrugarh, no problem. Problem is in Mumbai, if you do not have that report, they will return it back. You have to come back.
Exactly.
So Dibrugarh, no problem at all.
তথাপি গৈ পেলাই তাতে লাগিলে তাতে লাগিলেগে তাতে লাগিলে ইয়াৰ পৰা আমি প্ৰেচিডেণ্ট সোমাই আছে এতিয়া আপোনাক ইয়াতে ৱেলকাম কৰিছো দেই কালি আহিলে বুলি গম নাপাওঁ মই 15 তাৰিখে আহিব বুলি কৈছিলো ভাৰ্চুৱেলি ৱেলকাম কৰিছো
Finally, I came yesterday, so now we'll get in touch. I'm okay now, quite okay, no problem.
Do you know why Prabhat is so keen to have his photograph in the directory? No idea, but I know because after he has shelved off his responsibility as DRFC, you look at him, he become more handsome.
No. He suffered from also, slight effect of COVID, and he has conquered COVID. That's why he looks.
COVID,
Hello.
Tell me.
Orijita, don't jealous Prabhatji. Everybody are jealousing Prabhatji.
You know, I have every reason to jealous of him because he has very successfully completed more than 3 years of.
No, I am not question of the completed of DRFC. Always you are jealousing the why Prabhatji is looking so smart and.
सुबीर अभी DRFC है वो
आप होने दीजिए हमको क्या
अभी उनका तेल लगाओ थोड़ा
अरे मेरे को जब गोपालगंज लेना है अरिजीता को 1 महीना तेल लगाएंगे निकल देंगे
Bengali theater
that is not the point because Prabhat he is junior to me by age so he will be looking handsome.
Is it
It is fact.
Okay.
Prabhat Bhaiji, are you feeling left out? I can see your message.
Prabhat Bhaiji.
Hello.
DG sahab.
Yes, bolo.
DG sahab, thank you. DG sahab and Pranjal, thank you both of you. After a long time, your district directory is out in the time, most of the timely.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Prabhat Bhaiji, इनका वीडियो आ रहा है हम वीडियो ऑन कर रहे हैं लेकिन एक बहुत अच्छा बात है जब DRFC थे ना तो सरसों का तेल है ना तो 100 रुपये केजी था तो फाउंडेशन का बहुत जल्दी मिल जाता था अब आप अजीत बन गए है ना जी साहब तो 200 रुपया तेल हो गया है आजकल तेल लगाने में बहुत महंगा है
Diwakar, we'd like to hear something from you. Diwakar. Yeah, we'd like to hear something from you. Diwakar Thapa, he was writing on the chat box.
Yeah, Diwakar.
Silently listening to all.
Okay, thank you, Dada. Thank you. Hi, smiling face.
Hi.
Of 3240, smiling face.
হয়তো খুবই ভালো লাগছে।
Yeah, please in Assamese, yeah.
Hi,
We are learning the Assamese now.
Hi, Divakar. Hi, Divakar. Hi, Divakar.
बोलिए, हुक्म कीजिए सर।
नहीं यार, ये बहुत दिन बाद में देखने में अच्छा लग रहा है।
नहीं, मैं तो रेगुलर विजिटर हूँ। ऑनलाइन पे तो आई एम देयर मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम्स।
Okay then.
So it was